Hey everybody, this is Dave with Growing the Home Garden. I am out today taking a look at my zucchini plant and just checking it out for any type of problems or insects or damage, and just generally kind of getting a look over and seeing how it's doing. Now, some of the things I look for are, number one, I check under the leaves, and what I'm looking for are clusters of a small tiny brownish red egg, and those could be squash bugs. And if you see those, you want to take those eggs and scratch them off, get them off of the leaves, and you want to look around for the bugs that laid it and try to get rid of them as well. What they'll do is they'll come in, they'll take bites of leaves and spread disease, and they're just really kind of damaging on your zucchini and squash plants. The other thing I'm looking for is down at the base of the plant, okay? And I'm always seeing them. Every year I get them. So it's just a matter of time when I finally will see it. But it's the squash vine borer. And the squash vine borer will actually burrow holes into the stem, which causes the plant to have problems taking up water into the leaves. You'll notice wilt in the leaves during the heat of the day. That really probably shouldn't happen. And they will kill the plant off in just a matter of days after you see them. So you can try to remove them by cutting open a slit around it and removing it. Another practice you can use to make sure you keep getting harvests is to take and use succession planting. You plant multiple crops 2 weeks or so apart, and you'll be assured that you're going to have a constant crop of it. Now, if all those things are good, which they are, I'm not seeing any signs of anything going on here that's wrong. You take a look at your flower production. Right in here, you'll notice here are some female flowers that are about to form. Those are the ovaries, and once these bloom, those get pollinated and that will produce fruit. And then over here are male flowers that are forming. Those produce the pollen that's going to pollinate those flowers here. So the combination of those two things is a really good thing, because it means I'm probably going to have successful fruiting and development of good zucchinis. So that's what I look for when I'm checking out the squash. If you have poor pollination issues, I recommend planting extra plants. So plant 2 or 3 instead of planting just 1. You know, make sure that you have things there to pollinate. You can hand pollinate by taking the stamen of the male and bringing it over to the female, and that will work very effectively. It's kind of like propagating daylilies or something like that, or hybridizing daylilies. So that's kind of what I look for in the mornings when I'm checking over my squash plants. That's a zucchini right there. This is a yellow squash over here. I've looked it over and I'm not seeing anything that concerns me yet. You know, of course, I'm looking at the base and I'm seeing some root exposure, so I'm going to tuck that a little further down there and throw some dirt back on top of it. But if everything's good, I just keep an eye on it, keep monitoring it, and make sure that it's all going to stay good. Now, if you notice these leaves, they've got a little bit of a mottling on them. You see the different coloration there. There's some whitish to it, and that's pretty normal. You see that a lot. One thing to watch out for is powdery mildew. It will appear in very humid areas on your zucchini and squash plants. So best tips for avoiding that would be to water at the base of the plant, down over there, and not on the leaves. Keep your watering in the morning where it has time to dry out and the water is not sitting in the humid night, because overnight it has a lot longer period of time for that water to help those fungal issues to appear. And if you do get powdery mildew, take something like a fungicide like Neem, and you can put the Neem Oil spray on it, diluted of course to the proper amount, and that will help to reduce your powdery mildew issues. So if these squash and zucchini tips were helpful to you, please subscribe for more. We're going to have a lot more content coming this summer as things grow and get bigger, and maybe we'll see some problems that we have to figure out, but we can do that all together. So anyway, please subscribe and like, and look forward to talking to you again about more garden stuff. I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. Thanks for watching.